Okay, good morning, friends. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Habayim. As many of you know, this coming weekend is our annual campaign for Machon Maggid Harakiah. The best way to help out is to set up a team page, or you could go to charity.com/mmh25 or go to our site to participate. We're learning Hilchos Lashon Harah, Klal Vav, Sif Tes. Kishem sheshach iser kabal Lashon Harah be'im hamasaper sipar loy al echad she'asa ata davar she'no hagun. The same way that it's also to accept Lashon Harah if the speaker said about one person that he's doing something improper, that we're commanded shaloi lahachlip b'libeinu shadavar emes, not to decisively believe that the matter is true. V'chanal b'sef aleph kein shach gam iser kabal Lashon Harah l'inyan shar chelkei iser Lashon Harah. There is a prohibition to believe Lashon Harah regarding other components of Lashon Harah. Shebe'arnu li'el, we explained earlier. Kagoin levazoisoi b'masei avoisav. Let's say somebody disparaged them with his parents' behavior, or b'masav harishonim, or his original behavior. So in other words, the same way you're not to believe Lashon Harah if somebody tells you somebody did something bad now, you also can't be b'kabel Lashon Harah if somebody tells you about someone's parents or about someone's past. Kivan shu misnaig ata kashura, since now they're acting properly. Oy b'chesroin Torah, or to believe their lack of understanding of Torah, of wisdom. Hein b'Torah v'hein b'inyanei ha'olam v'chanal b'chal dalad v'hei v'chayotze b'zeh. B'chol davar shu genus alav, anything that is disparaging to him. Shenitztavinu gamkein, that you're commanded also shaloi lehiskabel divrei hamasaper lefanenu, not to accept the words of the masaper, lehespazois al yidei zeh be'einenu, to therefore look down on the person. Esmi shenemar alav, the one who was said about. Basically like this. Somebody says, you see that Rosh Shiva with the long beard down to the floor? You should have seen him as a teenager. That guy saw every movie that ever came out. So you say, okay, why shouldn't I believe it? It's, no, you're not to believe it. You can't believe it's true. Or let's say you say, that guy, he's a big masmid. When he was 10 years ago, he didn't learn a word. You're not to believe it. Kol shel davar. Kol davar sheyesh al masaper iser avur diburoi. Any time the speaker is violating Lashon Harah for speaking, yesh al hamakabel iser avur kabalasai, the makabel is not allowed to believe it. Sif Yud. Afal pisha beirarnu the kabel Lashon Harah dahainu lahachla beliba shadavar emes aser minat Torah. Even though we explained that believing Lashon Harah, which means even to decide definitively that the matter is true, is aser mikam makam amar Chazal. Nevertheless, Chazal teach dalachosh miubai. You do need to be concerned. Ubeir hadavar. The explanation is as follows: Ditzarach lekabel es hadavar bederach chashash ba'alma. You need to receive the matter you need to accept the matter as a possibility. Dahainu rak kidei lishmar es atzmai. That is, only to guard yourself, mimenu, shelo yagia lo hezek al yadai, that you don't come to harm. V'lo yeh hazeh hadavar afilu begeder safek. You should not even be, it should not be a suffix to you that maybe it's true. No. You establish the person in his presumptive status of being kosher. And therefore, you need to benefit the person in question with all possible benefits. In other words, let's say somebody says, Ploini almoini might want to harm you. Okay, so you should not say, I believe it 50%. You should not say, I believe it at all. And therefore, he retains his presumptive status as a good guy, that I have to benefit him, like the Torah commands to any other Jew, l'shar nashim Yisrael, ki lo nigra erkoi be'ineno aidei lishana b'isho l'shum davar. His esteem has not been diminished at all. Rak sha'Torah hitira lachosh la lishana bisha. The Torah just allows one to be concerned for Lashon Harah, regarding le'inyan lishmar es atzmai be'es achirim mimenu, regarding guarding yourself or others from him. So this is similar to what one of the esteemed members of the Chabura said, that you don't believe it at all. It's just you accord yourself And since you don't believe it at all, you have to benefit the person and help the person, and his esteem has not been diminished at all. Just you could accord yourself as if it's true to guard yourself. Therefore, the poskim write, that which it's permitted to be concerned, that's only if you may come to be harmed. Loi, you, Eilachem, or others. If you're not choishesh. Now, what exactly it means that you're allowed to be choishesh to help others, that is explained at length in the Ber Mayim Chaim. Aval be'inyan acher, in any other vein, asr lachash Lashon Harah, you're not to be concerned for Lashon Harah, ulahaminoi klal, or to believe it at all. Let's see this footnote. What does it mean exactly that his esteem has not been diminished at all through the Lashon Harah? Haga. It goes without saying that if had it not been for this Lashon Harah, he would have been valued like any other Jew. You're not allowed to have his esteem go down. What if even if this Lashon Harah was not spoken, he would have been considered in the city a Rasha through his bad actions. Let's say like this. This guy was a known Rasha. However, he still was considered a Mammon, a believing Jew. And now the Lashon Harah is trying to extract him from the category of being a believing Jew. You're still not allowed to believe it. Despite the fact that he has a rotten reputation, but he was still considered a Mammon, despite his flagrant violations. For example, now you want to know, should I return a lost object to him, or to give him charity, or to redeem him? Now you heard from some people that he completely left the fold. He was sitting in kosher delight back in the day when it existed, and he could have ordered a burger delight, and instead he ordered from McDonald's. He wasn't starving. It wasn't the only option. He could have ordered kosher food, and that's what you were told. You're not allowed to believe it. Since these words were never proven in Bezdin, just some people told it to you in the course of conversation. Ein lekabel devrayam leemes. You cannot accept their words as true. Kibdei limnoya es atzmai, in order to refrain al yedeza, through this mipidyoinai, from redeeming him. Im nishba, if he was captured, the chayotze by, or the like. Okay, that concludes today. If you want to hang on, I'm going to do one more day now. That will be quick.
Recording stopped.